You are live.
Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
Almost forgot my baller blockers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Heavyweight Commentary proudly brings to you the podcast champions of the world. It's my main man, Mr. Breezy. And I'm your boy, Big K-Dawg. And we are
the Heavyweight Commentary. Big K-Dawg, we
episode
are
7.
back. 7. Wow. Hey, you know, it's interesting, man. 7's the number of completion.
Yeah.
And we had a completion of sorts in wrestling this time around. It's a nice main event. As you know, of course, the retirement of one John Felix Anthony Sr. Is that how it goes? Or Anthony Jr.?
I don't know.
Yeah. But John Cena, man, the world's been buzzing. Shout out to TikTok for showing us crazy love.
TikTok, Nabba Glock.
Crazy love. We got 40-something thousand views and counting. A lot of y'all commented on an interesting take that I posted that John Cena retired a heel. We're gonna break down the whole the match, the outcome, all of that.
No, the Funko.
Oh, hey, the man.
In case you can't tell,
the man who retired John
Cena.
John Cena versus Gunther. We're gonna just unpack that, man. Big K-Dawg, we talked offline a little bit, but I know you wanted to really expound on this for the people. So let's get into it, man. John Cena versus Gunther. It's a nice main event.
Uh-huh.
What is your take on this match?
I personally loved it.
Whoa.
I thought it was great. I think I think Stevie Richards and his breakdown showed you a lot about this match. Geez, why is it's supposed to be private? Okay. What's up, Milky? And what he said was, they each started hitting moves, and they didn't stay out of their quote unquote 5 moves of doom. They both stayed in their quote unquote 5 moves of doom. And I think if you listen back to John Cena's reasoning for his retirement is, I'm older, my body is worn out, I can't keep up with these young kids like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
He said, so now it's time to go. And you kind of got the picture of that throughout the matches. The more, and they both would increase intensity of the moves, like Cena would do an AA and then right into an STFU, and then he tried to go back to it, and while he was trying to reposition, Gunther kicked out of it, and then Gunther went from drop kick right into a power bomb.
Yeah.
And they just started increasing intensity, and then Cena did the AA off the second rope.
Yeah.
And it just got more and more and more until finally you got to the point where you could just tell that Cena had given it everything he's had, and he just didn't have any more left. He was fighting everything he could, but no matter what he did, he couldn't get out of that choke, that sleeper hold of Gunther, and he tapped out.
No doubt.
Now, the beauty of all of this is if you paid attention to the psychology of the match. He gave the typical, they hold your arm up for the count of 3 when you're in a chokehold. The last one, he didn't let his arm drop. He held it up.
Yeah.
He gave it the never give up, never the symbol that he always did, the circle with the 3 fingers. So he did that. Now, shortly after that, Gunther just repositions and sits him up so that he can see the camera.
Sure.
The camera's in his face where it's not like laying back. He sets him up, repositions, after the elbows to the side of the head, repositions the sleeper hold, and he locks it in pretty tight.
Oh yeah.
Of what would be seemingly pretty tight for John Cena. And you can see, and I say this, you can see, and I say this because anybody who's been an athlete could see that moment in John Cena's eyes where I don't have anything left for this kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and this is where I think that John did this, I think the match was supposed to be him never tapping out and just getting choked out.
Yeah.
And I think he smiled, and the reason he smiled was like, I gotcha. And then he tapped out. But it was a smile of, I don't have anything left. I know where I'm at. This is the last match. I'm done.
Yeah.
This version of me is over.
100%.
Now, I say all that, but the other thing that I think that a lot of people missed, and if you know anything about John Cena, he's a devil of the details.
Oh, yeah.
If you looked at his stuff that he left in the ring, his wristbands that said hustle, loyalty, respect, and never give up were upside down. And his armband, his headband that he wore on his arm that says the last time is now, that was the only thing that was facing up.
I didn't catch that. Wow, that's good.
A lot of people didn't catch that detail. And so I think, again, it was his way of doing what he thought was right, whether or not that's what they, and I think that's what Triple H was so happy about.
Sure.
Was like, I knew you were going to do this in the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
But I still had to say that this is the way that we wanted it done. But, you got him. You did exactly. Because, look, what did he do? Like you said, he ruined wrestling.
Yeah.
He ruined wrestling because he broke the consummate hero.
There you go.
And that's what I think is beauty, is like everyone wanted him to be this undefeatable thing, which he was for many years, but he's not that guy anymore. And if you're a man in your late 30s, early 40s, can play in this sport, you understand that when you start getting around these younger kids, man, I'm not that guy anymore.
Can't be.
It happened to me. When I play in ball, man, I'd be in the dugout and I looked around one day and I go, holy crap, I'm the old guy on the team.
Yes.
And I was always the young guy.
Yeah.
I was always the young guy.
Yeah.
And then I looked and I'm like, shoot, I'm the old veteran.
Yeah.
And it was like, I see what he did here.
Yeah.
He, not necessarily, I don't think he went out as a heel, but what he did was essentially, if you listen to what he said, I will never compete in in-ring competition again. So what did he do? He killed that character.
100%.
And I think that's the beauty of it, is he did not leave chance for someone to say, oh, well, he could come back and do this. Right. No, he killed the never give up, never surrender character and left it in the middle of the ring.
No doubt. I mean, we saw with Undertaker, when Undertaker in his last few matches, I mean, shoot.
They were rough.
Oh, yeah. Shoot and work, both. He was really fatigued.
Yeah.
And he would be down. And JBL, I remember JBL calling Undertaker's one of his final matches and was like, Undertaker has not got up in so many minutes. Like, he spent most of this match on his back.
Yep.
And you could tell, Undertaker described it perfectly, that old gunslinger. Mm-hmm. It was the time of the old gunslinger. He can't draw as fast, and he's just a slower. And somebody has his number. And I believe that's how the wrestling business should be. I know Ariel Helwani, multiple different personalities have gone off and said, no, John should have won. And I'm going to forget the one guy who works with Stevie Richards and Dutch Mantel, the British kid. My bad. Great guy.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I've tried to be respectful to you with all your little slick comments. But if you're going to continue to put trash like that in our comment section, I'm going to ban you from our channel. Don't do that crap no more, man. We ain't about that life. We've never been about that. Keep those comments to yourself. Sorry.
That's real. So, yes, the guy who works with Dutch Mantel, he works with Stevie Richards, British guy. I'm going to forget his name, but he was even saying, yeah, John should have won. He was vehement about John should have won. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple people out there who are he should have won. I don't see it that way. And I agree with you, Big K-Dawg. John Cena himself said it. When I'm a step slower, it's time to get away from this.
Yeah.
Time to be done with this. And we don't want to see our heroes lose. You don't want to see Superman succumb to kryptonite. But John Cena had to do business. And many people are saying, and I find it interesting, they're like, this ain't the 70s and 80s. You don't have to go out on your sword. You don't have to lose. And I'm like, all right, how many people for so many years said, we want to push the youth? Mm-hmm. How many people for so many years said, we're sick of seeing Super Cena and his 5 moves of doom? How many people for so many years said, John Cena buries everybody he wrestles? All of that has been following this man for his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
And then we turn around and when he's selfless, generous, the consummate professional,
he gets punished for it.
Oh, absolutely. It was the worst finish ever.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I can't believe it. And I remember, of course, we had a function we had to attend. So, I had to watch it later that night. I'm sitting on the couch with my wife, and it's funny. She's like, I can't believe, why would they do that to John Cena? And I'm like, explaining the business. And in that moment, I said, I'm not just talking to her. It's like I'm talking to everybody who would say the same thing.
Yep.
Why? And I'm like, wait a second. Look, this really is the way it should be done. John Cena made that decision. Triple H, he forced him to do it. I hate you, Triple H. No,
nope.
That's not how that went down. I don't care what nobody says.
The smile lets you know that it wasn't Triple H's thing. That was a John Cena. That was I'm doing this my way.
Oh, yeah. Now, on a more nefarious level, I entertained the idea that John Cena, Triple H, WWE, TKO stuck it to the fans. Is that the truth? I don't. You know what? I'm not even going to say I don't believe it. I would like to believe in the multiverse there's room for that.
You must believe.
I want to believe that so bad because I think it would be the ultimate heel move to take away from the fans that moment that you wanted and letting all the air out of the room like he did. I love that.
Dude, again, there's been moments that I've been in wrestling. I remember WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
When The Undertaker lost. I remember like where I was when that happened.
Uh-huh.
I remember I was in my man cave in my house in Oklahoma City. I was sitting in my recliner in front of my TV, and I was like, the facial expression I had was the same one they show. The black guy with the white T-shirt and the glasses, where he's like,
yes,
or I think he was like this. Like,
yep.
That's exactly what I was doing. I was like,
yes.
What just happened? And I didn't. I mean, I was like that for John Cena, but I was more like, I don't know. Like I said, I felt like it was a great finish. I felt like, to me, I was like, dude, you did it your way.
He did.
You did it your way.
Where I'm going to knock him, and I really can't knock him. It's a preference thing.
Sure.
When he tapped out, it looked nonchalant to the point where I was kind of like, wait a second, did he tap?
Even Gunther asked. He tapped?
Yeah, because it just looked like.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, wait.
And that's why I say it was beautiful, because in that moment you see that he realized it wasn't about the pain anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the end of an era.
Yeah.
And he smiled because think about this, there's a lot of stuff that people know, but there's a lot of stuff that people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know the regiment at which he lived his life.
Mm-hmm.
every minute of every day was planned out for over 20 years.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about a guy who, in the history of Make-A-Wish Foundation, has done more Make-A-Wishes than anyone. And I think it's like astronomical above the second place person.
Sure.
And so you're talking about a guy who has given everything he has. And the smile was the burden being lifted of, I don't have to carry this anymore.
Yes.
And he said that for years. You brought it up. I wish some of these young kids or some of these guys that are in the business now would reach up and grab that brass ring.
Yep.
And we finally got a heel that is willing to go to that place.
Sure.
Now, I also think there was another key thing that a lot of people missed. And it was very, very key to the whole situation.
Yeah.
And it skated by. What did Michael Cole say?
Oh, yeah, of course. He said professional wrestling has destroyed or defeated sports entertainment.
Yeah.
I love that for different reasons.
What has WWE been known for the last 20 plus years?
Oh, sure. Sports entertainment.
And what are they 100% trying to get away from everything associated with Vince McMahon?
Oh, yeah.
And that was a Vince McMahon thing.
Oh, you know that.
And John was the last Vince McMahon guy.
Touche.
He was 100% Vince McMahon.
Touche.
And it is over.
Yeah.
The sports entertainment era is over. Now, that being said, can we get to see a little more wrestling, professional wrestling in the ring, as opposed to sports entertainment? Can we get a little more wrestling? Can we get a little more matches like that? Can we set some of these people free who've got the ability to have great matches?
I think that's asking a lot for WWE and TKO.
I understand, but
yeah,
that's the path that they started walking down.
Sure.
That's the path that they said, okay, with this match.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Sure.
That era is done. They started it last year, or was it last year or the year before with this is a new era.
Yeah.
This is the Triple H era.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now they said, okay, the sports entertainment era is done. Vince McMahon's authority over this and his influence is gone.
Yeah.
This is the last of the Titans. This is it.
Yeah.
He's gone. Now we're going to move forward with professional wrestling.
You know what? I hope,
at least that's what I felt like that was the message they were trying to portray.
Oh, I'm with you. I think that they mean what they say. I think the challenge is, and with John Cena's match, the way it ended, it reinforced what I thought when I saw the women's War Games match, which was, we talked about this before. I said, this is like a cartoon. It's like when I'm watching anime, I'm not going to watch anime and be like, man, I can't believe, Goku and Vegeta is fighting this. And that. I'm not going to trip on that because it's overdone. It's ridiculous.
Right.
It's anime. Kids mimic Dragon Ball Z all the time because it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's what WWE has become. That's what TKO is really the product I think they want to put out, that it's like, dude, this is not even – wrestling is a carny show. Mm-hmm. Yes. I love that about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But with WWE, it's almost like they go extra carny. And I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm not mad at it anymore. I used to be upset. I used to be pissed off. Man, I ain't watching this like a lot of y'all. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch the show. I'm going to appreciate it purely for what it is.
It's their particular form of the art.
But exactly. So they're going to tell me what pro wrestling is.
Mm-hmm.
And I can choose to appreciate what they offer, or I can say, you know what? Not my cup of tea.
No. And that's the beauty of the world we live in right now. Like, people complain, oh, I wish we were back in the Attitude Era. Why?
For real.
In the Attitude Era, you had 2 shows and that was it. You know how many options you have to watch wrestling now?
Yes.
You've got GCW, you've got TNA, you've got AEW, WWE, MLW, Ring of Honor. There's so much wrestling out there. CCW just started recording TV shows.
Oh my gosh, AAA.
Yeah, you got AAA, you got CMLL,
NJPW,
New Japan.
Oh God.
What is the Japanese women's one? Stardom. There's there's so much wrestling out there that I don't understand why people continually watch something and then complain that it's not what they want it to be. Go find the version that you want it to be.
That's the point. Exactly. Exactly.
Like, why do you want to be miserable and try to make everyone else fit into your cookie cutter idea of what professional wrestling should be? If you don't like the show, dude, don't watch it.
That's real.
Flip to something else. It ain't like the early 2000s where you ain't have no other choice.
Oh yeah. And you bring a good point, Big K-Dawg. All the wrestling around makes me excited for wrestling. Because I might watch Raw and say, I don't know about Raw. And then the next night, NXT could be fire.
Yep.
And I'm like, dang, man. Oh, my gosh. Yo, I can't. Oh, man. And then AEW could be a banger. And I'm like, oh, man, wrestling. Oh, I'm excited. Maybe I'll watch TNA. Who knows? Maybe I'll check that out. Because I just get excited for wrestling. But I think they all feed into each other.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, y'all got to get off of TKO and WWE. A lot of y'all out there, man, Triple H sucks. Triple H this and this and that. Triple H is no worse than anybody who ever booked. When you talk about when Ric Flair had the pencil, Dusty Rhodes had the pencil, doggone Harley Race.
Dude, you can't tell me wrestling is worse now than it was in the early 2000s.
Never.
You can't tell me that.
Never. I don't like that, doggone Austin. What's that kid's name?
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory, yeah, is the masked man. I don't like it, but you know what? At least they gave us a compelling story and made us talk.
Yeah,
we were all on the edge of our seat. Who's the masked man?
Everybody was claiming it was Montez Ford.
Oh yeah, people were throwing out Marty Jannetty.
It was clearly different people.
Yeah, it was. The builds were different.
Yeah.
It could have been a woman at one time. Who knows? But that's the whole point, man. Like, let the product entertain you.
How great would it be? How great would it be if they had Austin Theory in the ring and another masked man showed up?
I'm hoping for that. Honestly, when he took his mask off, I was like, I'm hoping that they're going to swerve us.
Yeah.
That he's going to get with the Vision. And then the Vision is all like, yeah, all right, we stronger now. Austin Theory's that new blue chip prospect. And then the masked man strikes the Vision. If anything, I could see Seth Rollins returning as a masked man.
Yeah. You could carry it on infinitely. It's like the new version of El Grande Americano.
Oh, yeah.
We know it's Ludwig Kaiser. We knew it was Chad Gable to start.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think anybody didn't know. Except for Michael Cole.
Facts.
Or not Michael Cole. Who's the guy that does the show with Michael Cole?
Who that? You got Joe Test,
No.
Matt McAfee,
No,
Wade Barrett?
Yeah, Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
He's like, that's clearly not.
Hey, his new El Grande, I tell you that his Spanish is fire though.
Oh yeah,
that dude's Spanish is
muy
perfecto.
So I think they could choose to go that route and make it a continual character, kind of like Mr. America back in the day when there were several different Mr. Americas.
Yes.
And I think there was multiple different Blue Blazers.
I was about to say the Blue Blazer. Yes, indeed. Yes.
I think it would be, a great way. Doink. There's different Doinks.
Yes.
Obviously, no one was as good as the original, but this is somebody that you don't have to show them.
100%.
You could use one of the kids in the back.
Yeah.
That is the local guy that they're using for quote unquote security.
It's whatever. Anybody could be it. One thing is for certain, man. I think John Cena's retirement, I think all that transpired around it has opened up possibilities in wrestling that are challenging to us.
Yeah.
But that's what wrestling, I think the whole point of wrestling is we rally around this product and we have conversations. And there's so many conversations 24/7 on all platforms.
Yeah. I mean, there's people that literally sit on TikTok all day and just argue about wrestling.
Bro.
And that's all they want to do is argue.
Oh, yeah.
And I listened for like 3 minutes and I'm like, God, I can't listen to this no more.
Oh, my goodness. The panel is wild. Whoa. But the fact that we have something in this world that is ongoing, enduring, that keeps us talking like this, there's nothing else like it.
No. And I love it when people go, don't you know that's fake? Yeah, I do. So are you.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, but the funny thing is like I remember DDP always being asked about wrestling, is it fake? And he said, oh, wrestling is fake, but boxing isn't. That was his whole thing. He was like, oh, of course, boxing's not fake, right?
Right.
He's like, nobody ever throws a boxing match or NFL game for that matter.
Yeah.
You wouldn't question that until now. You literally see something happen. You're like, dude, ain't no way he didn't catch that pass.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he didn't slip that punch.
Yep.
Yep. So what is fake? In 2025, what is fake?
Movies. They're not fake. They're real.
Oh, yeah.
There's really superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
Captain America is real.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think we got
Ninja Turtles. Wink, wink. Are real.
I think we got injected with something in the military for sure. Because
dude,
I don't know what the heck I got stuck with.
Bro, I tell people you ain't never been through vaccination day before. You feel like a human pincushion.
Dude, I thought maybe I made it up until I talked to multiple people who had the same experience. They were like, tink, tink, move, tink, tink. And they're just getting stuck in both arms with everything.
Yeah, I remember, like, I always tell people when you go into for a shot day for the Navy, they hit you with the TB shot in the forearm.
Oh, shoot.
And then you go in and they hit you air gun on each side.
Yep.
You take a step forward, air gun on each side.
Yep.
Then they hit you with one in the back of the tricep.
Yep.
Then you go outside the room and they take blood.
Yep.
And then they stick you in the butt with penicillin.
Facts.
And the penicillin needle's the size of a number 2 pencil.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And then you got to go out and sit on the ground and roll that junk out. And you always see the next day the people that didn't roll it out.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, it's a TV show. And people get invested in TV shows. And the passion that wrestling fans is like none other. I mean, think about it. Yeah. Wrestling has been on TV for years. I'm 48 years old, and as long as I can remember, wrestling was on TV.
It's been on TV as pretty much long as TV has been as long as there have been syndicated shows. You could watch it on TV.
I mean, I remember watching before WCW was WCW. It was NWA.
Oh yeah.
And then they bought NWA and became WCW. And then I think they bought Florida Championship Wrestling too. And they got all of that talent. And then they started having shows on TBS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was just regular wrestling, man. It was just professional wrestling. And what do you have? The show out in Texas, the Sportatorium.
Yeah.
With the Von Erichs and all them. I remember seeing shows with them when I was a kid.
Man. And all that history, man.
Yeah.
All that history. And we act like John Cena does not have a right to go out and pass the torch, so to speak. You know, I'm curious, Big K-Dawg, what do you say to people who say, man, well, you know what? It didn't have to be Gunther.
I said it on the show. I didn't want it to be Gunther.
That's true. This is true. That's right. That's right.
I wanted it to be somebody like Obafemi, because I didn't think that Gunther needed it.
True.
But now that he got it, I think it was beautiful.
I think he's the guy for the heat. I agree with you. He didn't need the rub, so to speak. Pause.
But they built a supervillain.
100%.
And they ain't had that in a long time.
Oh.
They haven't had a true supervillain in a long time.
He's a monster heel. I mean, they try to make him a dominant heel. Like you said, now, yeah, he is a monster.
I mean, think about it. The last time we had a real supervillain, it was Mr. McMahon.
Yeah. I mean, Gunther could. I want to see Gunther just steamroll his way through all the way back up.
And
Matter of fact, to Cody.
I loved his promo on Monday.
Oh my gosh.
I made Cena tap out like a little bitch.
I mean, you're talking about like the dude just took the lamp and went all on me.
Yeah.
Just put all the heat, absorbing it. My guy was like Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Just pulling all the rays of the sun. That dude, wow. I mean, but we talk about this. It's like back in the day when you were concerned if he could make it out of the building safe.
Yeah. Well, they showed that he had to have extra security to leave the building. People were running up and trying to hit him and stuff.
That dude is, wow.
That's how wrestling used to be. The bad guys were bad guys.
You hated them.
It's been so long that everybody's been friends. The bad guys were good guys and the good guys were borderline bad guys. And there's never been the opposition like we have now.
And they turn everybody face because they get cheered for and they sell merch. And, let's turn Rhea Ripley face and Damian Priest face. And let's turn, everybody's face. You can't stay heel long because, nope, make him a baby face. Look how he's getting over. No.
Yeah. Well, now they got an opportunity they got a supervillain. I think it's great to see how they react.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a perfect segue for the next thing that I want to talk about.
Let's talk about it.
Tuesday night.
Man, shoot.
I'm going to start off with saying, oh, hell yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
However, it ain't going to stay.
I don't think so. I'm with you. I do not
think
so.
They've already said that they're going to have a rematch for the title at New Year's Evil. Now, if they continue in this, let's swerve the world, Thea Hale retains and Blake Monroe loses.
Interesting.
But that also frees Blake Monroe to go towards the big title, which she 100% should be.
Do you honestly think it was a botch?
I don't know.
That's the crazy part about it. You can't say 100%.
I don't know. Now, I will say that the way that she landed on her, it looked like it might have knocked the wind out of her where she couldn't move to react to kick out.
Yeah.
Because she didn't land that move. She's supposed to kind of land with her shoulders and her hips hit the mat.
Yep.
She landed flat on her stomach.
She was, right across her.
And she kind of wallered there a second. She didn't get off of her. And then when she went for the pin, obviously, like I said, you couldn't tell if Blake Monroe was out of air, but she just put her hand up like this.
Yeah.
She didn't kick or nothing. Now, I will say this. We complained when the ref didn't count 3 in the Nia Jax match. Now everybody's complaining that the ref counted 3 in this match.
He did the ref did his job, and the winner, he's right there.
Yeah,
no question. Don't hit Blake's music.
The thing that makes me think it's a work is instantly Booker T was like, these damn junior referees.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, we're getting swerved.
Yeah, because there's no way he would have jumped on the mic and called the ref out. There's no way. There's just no way.
He wouldn't have done that.
No, if it was
they would have been like, what just happened?
Exactly. And they'd have to scramble to make it look like a storyline.
Yeah. Now, that being said, that has created an issue backstage with WWE, and it caused a rule change. And it's something that was kind of brought up. We talked about this last episode, Bailey talking about people leaving.
Yeah.
Well,
wow.
Here's what happened. That was the last match of the night, or one of the last matches of the night.
I've heard about this, yes.
And they were trying to scramble to put together a storyline to make it work,
Sure.
quote unquote, and people had already left. And they didn't have the talent available that they needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the backstage thing looked kind of like thrown together.
Sure.
So now, according to the dirt sheets, there has been a new rule laid down in WWE that if you are at TV, you are not to leave until the final match is complete.
I think that only makes sense.
Well, you had Seth Rollins and multiple people say that John Cena would be the first one there and the last one to leave.
100%.
And he would watch every single match.
Yeah.
And he would be in Gorilla, and he would be more than willing to say, hey, this is what I saw. Take it for how you want.
That's right.
So and we said that a lot of these young kids look like they're phoning it in, look like they got to the show and they're kind of just like happy just being there.
Yeah.
Well, now they have a chance to grow.
Hey, man, that to me, that should have been a policy all along, because like Stone Cold said back in the day, you were jerking the curtain. It was, hey, kid, you stunk the joint up. Go sit in that stool right there, jerk the curtain, and watch every match. I mean, of course, now you got monitors.
Yeah.
But that's the same version of that. You need to be there, if at all possible, be in Gorilla. Or if you can't, be somewhere where you're watching that monitor and you're studying how they do it.
Yeah. Well, that was what they said John used to do, was he would watch the matches and see what was getting the fans excited.
Mm-hmm.
And he would adapt his matches to that.
Yeah. That only makes sense, man. It's crazy, but I'm not surprised, because I'm gonna forget who said it, but there was an older talent who said a lot of these kids now are like, I don't care what you say, I'm not really concerned with your advice because these people on Twitter loved it.
Yeah.
But that's life. That's what we're seeing, especially in the wrestling business. If you're catering to a social media audience, if say you got other things popping off outside of wrestling, maybe you got a whole different branding going on, you're looking at yourself as a brand, because at the end of the day, social media can make anybody a brand. But you're trying to get over in the wrestling business, and so there's some things that are getting lost. And so, yeah, I hope that rule is legit, and people start taking heed and paying closer attention, that people get under the learning tree.
Hey, guys.
Hopefully that's the case, man, because I want to see wrestling grow. I want to see it go farther. I want to see WWE really take off. Like, I know these guys can. But, yeah, when you see certain things happening and you're like, yo, that spot was bad, that timing was off, you're kind of wondering, like, man, what's going on? And I know it's not the PC.
Yeah.
Can't be the PC.
No, I think it's the culture of the world that we live in. Like you said, people are so social media focused, and WWE is social media focused.
Oh, man.
They've taken podcasts and brung them under their umbrella that were popular outside, and because they're affiliated with WWE, they've bought the podcast and brung them under their umbrella,
Sure,
so that they can control it. And like you said, they're very obviously concerned about, quote unquote, making moments.
Cena even just recently said it. It's crazy.
And so, if you're concerned about making moments, then something's got to give somewhere. You can't constantly be wanting it to be a certain way, but then completely do the other thing and then praise people for doing it.
Exactly.
And then get mad when everyone doesn't do the other thing that you wanted them to do. So, I mean, it's a dangerous precedence to have a duplicity like that, where you have trying to do two things. You got to have one clear direction. That's all. I've always admired leadership that is willing to say, this is the path we're going.
Yep.
If you want to get on this path, great. If you don't, this is probably not the best place for you to be.
Facts. No, 1,000%, man.
It's way easier to toe the line when you know what's going on and you have a leader that's willing to stand there and take the heat and tell you, this is what we're going to do.
Facts. And you know, some are speculating that Triple H is leaning more into a heel role. I believe it was Stevie Richards specifically who was saying, "Don't be surprised if we see a heel Triple H. He's going to be the new Mr. McMahon character, so to speak, and that he's going to take on and adopt that role." And
He should.
Anti-fans.
He should. It's much crap. I mean, they literally can. They can literally blame the fans for creating it, and they would have 100% justification. Every time he comes out, they boo him.
Yeah.
When he's trying to talk, they're trying to chant over him.
Mhm.
Why not just flip and be like, if that's how you guys want to be, then I'm going to just destroy everything that you love.
You know, I never forget. I wonder if this was well, I know it was a shoot, but when they were doing the authority angle with Steph and Triple H, Triple H said something. Somebody must have got under his skin. Maybe he, you know, had a couple shots before he came out, but he said something I never forget. It's hilarious. He said, you know, me and my buddy Mark, we're not going to watch the product anymore because our guy didn't win. Nah. Like, Triple H, you sound like a lot of people online, like the IWC, like you captured it perfectly.
Yeah.
I couldn't be mad at him. It was hilarious.
Side note, he doesn't drink, so.
Nah.
But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a legitimate path that they have created this person. Like, he snaps. I've had enough. Okay. If you want to call me this, then I'm going to be that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to book it so bad that you're miserable.
I mean, it would be brilliant. Like, literally Triple H being like, nope. Like, you know, the guy getting ready to ring the bell.
Yeah, if he comes out and just starts changing matches on the fly.
Yeah.
No. Don't ring that bell till I tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, I write the checks around here. You sit there and you wait till I tell you.
Exactly. Well,
like when his guy gets up, now ring it.
Or Adam Pearce starts making crazy decisions, and then you come to find out that it was mandated.
Yeah.
And Adam's like, hey, listen, man, I'm sorry. My hands are tied, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's official.
It's official.
And then come to find out, like,
it's all of Division versus Cody Rhodes in a winner-take-all match.
Oh, man. That would be pretty legit.
Yeah.
That would be legit. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, man. But we do need something different in wrestling now. You know, we do need a change. And John Cena prompted that change. He's challenged us to change. I think moving forward, it's about accepting change. That's the bottom line, man. I'm pleading right now with y'all in the IWC out there. Please embrace it, man.
Yeah.
Learn to accept it.
We have a chance to grow. And that's the beauty. Like, I can't explain, like, the opportunity that is laid in front of us right now.
100%.
We literally, quite literally, have a clean slate to start from. As a wrestling fan of an organization, the old guard is gone.
Sure.
The stable bearer is gone.
Sure.
The last hero is gone. The last real champion is gone. We have a chance now to build something great.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you this. What did you think of, speaking of old guard, of Vince McMahon appearing on that video package?
I didn't see a problem with it.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm just like, TKO, really? Y'all, I'm sure John Cena was like, hey, don't take him out.
He said multiple times, I want him at my last match.
Sure.
He's meant everything to me. He helped me create the person that I am today. He's been like a father to me.
Yeah.
I want him here.
Oh, yeah.
He was not there.
Not going to happen.
But I don't have a problem with him. Listen, I'm smart enough and I'm adult enough to separate a TV personality from the person that they are in real life.
Sure.
I'm the same way with sports. I could give two flying craps what the athletes do in their own free time. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to see you play a sport.
Exactly.
I'm not watching you play third base because I like your political beliefs. I don't care. I'm not watching you shoot 3-pointers because I like the way you film TikToks in the off season.
Yes.
No. I'm watching you play basketball or I'm watching you play football because you're really good at football.
Exactly.
I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
It has no bearing on my judgment of your ability to play a game. I'm not watching it because of what you do and outside the game.
Exactly.
I'm there to watch the game. Just like I'm here to watch this TV show. What the people do outside of it, that's on them. Do I like some of the stuff that these people do? I think it's great.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about it before. Matt Hardy was the most brilliant one of them all.
100%.
They're all trying to replicate what he did, and nobody's been successful at it yet. He's the only person that created his own universe outside that transcended wrestling. And it was so big that multiple organizations wove it into their creative
100%.
when he came to work for them.
100%.
WWE did it. TNA was the biggest one.
Yeah. AEW did it for a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't care what TikToks you film. I don't care if you're a piece of crap. I think Chris Benoit was one of the greatest wrestlers that ever wrestled.
Stance.
Do I agree with what he did at the end of his life? No. I think it's deplorable.
Exactly.
But I'm smart enough to separate the TV show from the person.
You got to. You got to.
And contrary to popular belief, folks, I'm going to look right into the camera when I say this. We're watching a TV show. These are made-up characters performing a script. It just so happens that it's an action-based script.
That's why, that's funny because people have commented, they've been like, hey, it's a work, right? Not even that, because they're not even that savvy. They say, well, it's fake. The whole thing is fake. And I'm like, you know what? Listen.
Yeah, I do. And you know what? I don't care.
But when was the last time, right? Take it all the way back. When we were kids and you read, or if you were in the classroom where they had the actual color version of Old Yeller, tell me you didn't get emotional when that boy shot that dog. Come on. You didn't get emotional when he had to take Old Yeller out back and put him down? But it's fake.
What about where the red fern grows?
Come on. I mean, and of course, take it a step further. I mean, when Optimus Prime died, you had to peel me off the floor. I was a little kid, like, what? Optimus Prime, really? I mean, and you can fast forward in the wrestling world. I'll never forget, Brian Pillman, Stone Cold breaking into Brian Pillman's house. I mean, crazy stuff happening to where you're like, dang. You mean to tell me something that's fake can't be emotional?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How many, some of the longest running TV next to wrestling, soap operas.
Yeah, but there's not one that's been running as long as wrestling.
Oh, sure. But coming up, how many of us were exposed to that, like it or not?
Here's my thing, just to piggyback on what you're saying.
Yeah.
If wrestling didn't evoke emotions, why are we talking about it?
Come on, brother.
Why is there so many people talking about it at this moment in time?
And the funny thing is, now the IWC talks more about what's going on outside the ring than we do talk about what's going on inside the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For somebody to say, oh man, you ain't got to get emotional about it. Fam, y'all be talking about crazy stuff.
Well, I guarantee you right now, you could open up any social media platform and type in wrestling and scroll, and you're going to find someone live on there talking about wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to find multiple channels, Billy Bob's wrestling content, Jade's wrestling, the #1 wrestling fan, Ford Turnbuckle podcast,
man.
heavyweight commentary.
You know it.
There's always going to be somebody talking about wrestling because it evokes emotion. That is what the point of wrestling is supposed to do.
Absolutely.
It is to evoke emotion from the fans. It is not it's a glorified stunt show, but it is an attempt to evoke human emotion. That is what they want. They don't care whether it's cheers or boos. Boos are just as good as cheers, sometimes better.
Wow. Speaking of evoking emotion, man, I would be amiss if I did not mention the vignette or the video content that was put out with Cody Rhodes running up on Drew McIntyre at his home.
Uh-huh.
I must say, man, I like this.
Yeah.
It took me back. Like we just mentioned, Brian Pillman, Stone Cold, Swerve Strickland, and Adam Page. Some of these more recent things we've seen. I like that.
Side note, I called Drew McIntyre interfering with the match.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
I called that, by the way.
Drew McIntyre jumping in and feel over me, Cody Rhodes. Big K-Dawg, does Drew McIntyre finally have a shot? Is Cody building him to take this title?
It would appear that way. It would appear that we're going to see Drew versus Cody at WrestleMania.
Oh, wow. You think that's sooner than not Royal Rumble?
I think it's going to be Drew versus Cody at WrestleMania.
Really?
This is what I think.
Really?
And I think you're going to see Drew win.
I think it's high time.
I think you're going to start to see a shift in the product, honestly. I really do. I really think that they've created this fracture in the timeline with this whole John Cena match.
Whoa.
And everything the way that they built up around it. Tonight, professional wrestling has defeated sports entertainment is a key line. And everyone knows that WWE likes to throw Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a massive Easter egg.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't seen anyone, and they can say that they're the most premier talked about wrestling talk show, whatever. No one is talking about that. No one is talking about what Michael Cole said.
No.
They're talking about, Cena should have done this. This is how I would have booked this. This is how I would have done that. And WWE is sitting back laughing and going, y'all missed it.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all missed it.
But here's the thing. And I mentioned this on TikTok. Professional wrestling beats sports entertainment. But here's the thing. It's like we're getting what we want, but we don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Give the kid ice cream and you say, oh, I want a strawberry ice cream. You had a strawberry. No, I want chocolate.
I wanted sprinkles.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want strawberry. I wanted Napoleon.
Exactly. So it's interesting. But you know what? I think and a part of that, what I want to believe, a part of that is John Cena tapping and saying, like, to your point, it's on you guys now. It's on the future now. Even to the fans, listen, it's on you now. Mm-hmm. I gave you everything. I did everything I possibly could. But now it's on you moving forward. Mm-hmm. And with this product, it's on us to say, like, okay, that this is wrestling. Not and really redefine wrestling. Is wrestling 40 super kicks and thigh slaps in the match? Is wrestling whoever can pull off a triple 450 moonsault doggone spiral tap?
Yeah.
What is wrestling?
That's what I said, dude. We have a clean slate. We can build a brand new product moving forward from here. What do they choose to do with it?
Yeah, man. I'm excited. Cody and Drew, love that. LA Knight. What the heck is going to happen to LA Knight?
I think we're going to see kind of a rebranding.
I hope so. Dude got crushed. I mean, how does he come back from that? That's attemptive doggone unalivement.
Yeah.
You just try to destroy the man.
That's what I'm saying. I think I think you're going to see kind of like the Sting
Ah,
Like a darker version of him is going to come back.
That would be dope.
Not necessarily like a Crow version of LA Knight, but a darker version.
That would be pretty dope. Because for the most part, LA Knight's that baby face. You know, he
The
doesn't use
Condemned.
weapons.
I think you're going to see something like the Condemned.
Oh, Condemned, huh?
Yeah, from Heels.
Wait, did I see that?
Yes, you did.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Dang.
With Stephen Amell, his brother, the dark character that he came back as. Kind of like a disassociated version of LA Knight.
I'm with it. I'm here for it, man. But yeah, there's some great things that we can do with this. We got to get away from Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. I know that. I'm not invested.
No, zero cares.
Don't need to be invested in Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. Hopefully they put that to bed with the whole Austin Theory thing. I'm cool on that.
Yeah,
man. There's some cool stuff brewing, man. Let's see, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. Again, I feel like they've been dragging out the whole Bailey personality thing. Now Lyra Valkyria is getting in touch with it, learning how to provoke the personalities. But I just want to see Bailey go on a tear. That's what I really want to see.
I thought that her match with Sol Ruka was brilliant.
Oh, it was a great match. Great match.
I thought it was brilliant.
Great match. And doggone Sol Ruka, of course, snatched her soul. Oh, my gosh.
I think that girl, I think both of them, her and Obafemi, shined like diamonds.
Man, put the rocket ship on doggone Sol Ruka. Just strap the rocket ship. Brother.
She is athletically, she is hands and feet above everyone else. I mean, she's on Bianca Belair level athleticism.
Oh my gosh, I legit, I would have.
And
no
she can
qualms.
do stuff that Bianca can't do. Bianca's maybe stronger than her.
Yeah.
Not maybe, she is stronger than her. But I think Sol can do things that Bianca can't do.
Fun fact: if you play the WWE Monopoly, Bianca Belair is even stronger than John Cena. She is the strongest token in the game. Oh, that just came off really bad. I mean, not in that way. A game token. Y'all get it right. Don't think I'm saying she's. Oh my God.
I think we should end it on that.
Yeah, exactly. End it on token. Well, listen, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on all platforms. We're constantly dropping short form content. You can see clips of the podcast here on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere you are, we are going to be there. All right. Make sure you jump on heavyweightshop.com. We got all kinds of heavyweight commentary merch. And if you don't see it, hit us up and we can probably make it. All right. Yep. Real talk. Thank you for watching. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Stay heavy.
Stay heavy, baby. My man says she's